visualized and understood within the context of the Tantra. Then, next paragraph, how far the breath travels outside the nostrils and inside is explained. So this is on the breath. The outside as you breathe out, the inside as you breathe in. And so there are different distances associated with each of these winds. And so the earth mandala wind travels 12 finger widths outside the nostrils, whereas the water wind travels 13. And the fire mandala travels 14, the wind travels 15, and the space travels 16. But then on the return, on the in-breath, the farther it travels outside, the shorter it travels inside, and so forth. And so then the space mandala, in the center of the navel, the air mandala reaches 1 finger width below that, the fire mandala reaches 2, the water reaches 3, the earth reaches 4. So as it's going in, so you visualize that movement of the energies coming in and going out and how far it goes. So it's always going between the navel and the nostril. Okay, they all travel that far, and then it's how far beyond that on the out-breath, and then how far below that on the in-breath. So the wind then, next paragraph, the wind in its 5 parts must travel at least as far as the navel, because at the times of the wind movement changeover, wind enters the central channel, and it has to enter from the center of the navel chakra. So if we recall the structure of the channels, that's not going to work. I'll try this. There we go. Okay, so on the structure of the channel, so the central channel comes down, and the 2 side channels come down and hook into the central channel. And so what has to happen for the breath, the wind described here, to move back and forth, it has to come into the central channel and then go into this side channel, and then come back out of that and go into the other side channel. So it's moving back and forth. So that becomes the point at which there's a connection between right and left that allows that changeover process to happen. So that's what it's describing here. Moreover, the gnosis wind, so here's that gnosis piece that occasionally enters into the equation, that enters the central channel after the flow of the 5 winds will travel the same distance inward or outward as the particular wind that precedes the gnosis channel. Now remember, the winds are rotating, the sequence is rotating around, so the particular wind on each breath is going to change, and then at that point then we get that gnosis wind coming in there. So we are going to take a little break there.